Alright, we are live on YouTube. We're going to be watching Red vs. Blue Season 2, and that rhymed. And we watched Season 1 during the last big-ass stream, which... This is just called Red vs. Blue Season 2 Redeye Theater. The stream that Season 1 was on was called, Oh, Halo There. Because it was a bunch of other shit.
Violets are blue. Please don't look at me. I'm not a Jew.
Alright, well, I've hit play on the main menu, but we're paused at 0 seconds. So anyone who wants to sync up, not that anyone ever actually does that, but, you know, just in case people actually want to. 3, 2, 1, now. And before you ask, Corbin, there are still no subtitles. I checked. If there were, that'd be great, but, you know, maybe there'll be subtitles on the later seasons, but this one doesn't have them either. Hey, Spencer showed up, too. Perfect timing. I didn't think about it. I mean, that's not what happened, but Corbin did ask, is Red vs. Blue one of the things we gotta wait for Spencer? And I said, he never directly said that. Do you want me to turn it down? Right. Right, and well, he said if this is something we had to wait for you, and I'm like, well, he never directly said that for this one. Wow, it actually did a notification for once. But yeah, I'll be sure to text. No, they're kind of they're violet. Fucking Vic. I love in season 5 when Donut calls out, "Wait a minute, Vic had a vasectomy. How does he have a grandson?" Now, Spencer, I'll try to be more thoughtful and actually send you out text, though. How about that? Can you guys still hear it there? Am I more audible now? Well, I mean, I don't want to turn it down too low, because, you know, there's no subtitles on these sets. Okay. Okay, but what I was saying is I'll try to be more thoughtful and actually send you a text in the future. Yeah, Mark IV. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that's right. He kept Lopez's body at the end of season 2. Yeah, which one's Tex and which one's Church? That's me. Yeah. Hopefully, when we get to the later seasons, hopefully those sets will have subtitles. Even in season 2, he was still kind of developing the Caboose voice. He joined the army as a conscientious objector. What? It was me turning on the stream and then turning it down so I can see the chat on my phone. Yeah, like you said, it is funny in retrospect, looking back, thinking Griff is actually the most competent one on Red Team. And then Donut also becomes a lot more useful later on. What, in Zero? Or Singularity? But you said that the next season that they're going to finish off with is going to, retcon all of those seasons as, simulations, right? Well, Hopefully the final season is somehow miraculously good, despite how shitty all of the people involved are. Yeah. But Caboose isn't, I do love that joke, though. They're like, how about we just call you Doc? And he's like, okay, fine, but I don't think that name's gonna stick. And then it does the fucking name card with him. But, I was gonna say, like, it looks like the only fists raised in this town are pacifists. But, hopefully, but again, they're not, like, Joel's not involved anymore, so Caboose isn't gonna sound right, at least. If he's in it. Yeah. Well, yeah, because they fucked him over. Yeah, like, they had him record, like, a bunch of PSAs before booting him, too. Oh, yeah, and this has that callback with the way Doc treats this. Is it this season that has that thing where they're like, you seen anything strange, Sarge? And he's like, yes. When I was a kid, I saw this man who claimed he was my uncle do this thing with the garden hose. Yeah, it might be season 3. Yeah. Oh yeah, the surrender thing. Oh yeah, and when the Reds surrender, they give Doc back because nobody fucking wants Doc. What about the robot nuts? That's not Spanish, that's French. Oh yeah, it's later that they reveal that he rubbed aloe vera on his neck, right? Like, the fact that they're negotiating a trade as part of their quote-unquote surrender. Yeah. Oh, I agree. Well, Blood Gulch, I think, gets better with each season. Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, this is where they get the aloe vera thing. What's that? Oh, that's a medical device that like scans their vitals. See what I mean? I said like if this were in the Halo continuity, there'd be a lot of things that don't actually make sense because they're contradicted. Yeah. Well, like I was saying, because Corbin asked me earlier if they're connected, and I'm like, there's loose connections here and there, but there's a lot of things that would contradict if they were actually supposed to be the same universe. Is it season 2 that has the red and blue zealots, or is that season 3? I think it's season 2. I haven't. I just said their name. And Corbin's seen it. Right. And we're only talking about the first 3. They're not season 4. They're in season 2. They're in Halo 1. Season 4 is where they started Halo 4. Or, sorry, Halo 2. Oh, yeah, the Switch. I think that was Joel. Because that was like the same voice that like the O'Malley version of Caboose had. I like how like in the early seasons, Donut is clearly not gay, but then they make him more gay later on. Newsflash, asshole, I've been hearing it the entire goddamn time. I like how that was a clever way to have someone driving it. Actually, the War Dog also kind of sounds like Lopez, so it might be Bernie. This cough is awful. I hate it. Yeah. Huh. Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I would say that overall Red Team are the best characters, but I would say Caboose is overall my favorite. What's up, Andy? Yeah, hello, Mario. Throw his own words back at him. You're watching the 4Kids TMNT. Is that the 2003 one? Yeah, that one's good. Well, you sent a message in chat in YouTube? Then no, it didn't. Why not Red vs. Blue Season 1? Because we did that on a previous stream, Andy. Now, granted, that stream was just called Oh Halo There. I don't see it. Hold on, let me switch back to live chat because it switched to top again. No, it still didn't go through. There might be a word you're using that YouTube blocks with its bullshit filters. How to watch the 80s Transformers, it's good action. At some point, maybe. Okay. Censor it like a cocksucker? Yeah, there you go. Watch it not. No, it did not. Surprised you don't have a Red vs. Blue playlist? Why, Andy? Because you may... How many videos at the show at this point? More than 3 videos? I mean, yeah, I've done a few. See, now he seems kind of gay, to be fair. Because I think the original intent with Donut in, like, Season 1 was he was supposed to be, like, the red team's dumb guy, because, you know, the blue team had Caboose. Oh, here we go. How much Red vs. Blue are you planning to do for Redeye Theater? A good chunk of it. Well, not all of it. Not the bad seasons. You are not blocked in my chat, Spencer. Like, you're putting it in the YouTube chat, yes? Yeah. See, told you you're not banned. Fix everything, hate the orange one, call mom more often. You've said that like 4 times already, Spencer. Andy is a cutie up. Andy is a cutie up north to be in the country house or country have. Well, yeah, obviously you put cunt in there, but oh, cunt bitch. Okay. In Redeye Theater, are you planning to go up to Red vs. Blue Season 10? For sure, we're definitely doing Season 10. That's the best season. We're not doing all the seasons. We will watch the prequel episodes of 14, but that's probably all we'll watch of 14. Okay. If you say so, Spencer. Gurk. Wink. Tucker's Rock. I like how she just, like, acknowledges she watched him jack off. And then she acts like he's a freak. Yeah. Yeah. It like literally happened over the course of like an episode. He was still like in one episode he was still like saying, "Hey, can I get your armor? I don't want to be wearing this gay shit." And then like the next episode he's like saying gay shit. Oh, I love Caboose's like his idea of everyone else, like his pictures of them in his head. Yeah, because this is just how Caboose sees everyone else, so they're like retarded versions of them. But since Caboose is smart inside his own head, does that mean he has an ego? I like how donuts also, like, really gross. Yeah, what sweat glands? Curses. I like how he said frijoles when he got hit. That just literally means beans. Got termites in me leg. Right? With his response there, does that mean he understood it, or did he just pick up on the vibe? Fucking music video directed by Private Tucker. Sounds like the feral cry of a retarded Mexican Sasquatch. And of course, Donut likes it. Andy, just because it's a web series doesn't mean it's not copyrighted. So I'm still not going to show it out of, copyright. It might be season 3 that has the zealots. Well, we still got 35 minutes, so. I like that that Donut somehow knows about the Vic's vasectomy in season 4. But Doc and O'Malley is an iconic thing though. Like, even though it's only in 2 seasons, it's still, like, one of the most iconic things. Yeah, well, no, actually, no, it's in 3 seasons, isn't it? Because... Well, yeah, but that's what I'm saying, is it's only 3 seasons, like, because there's, because then Wyoming shows up, and then that's kind of the end of that arc. But, like, Wyoming teams up with O'Malley, and there's, like, this big battle and shit with the time travel, and, like, Church, like, causing all this shit. Oh, Florida? Oh, that's, yeah. But like, don't they literally say in one of the seasons that, like, Florida doesn't exist? Like, it, like, got destroyed? Because Tex is, like, talking about the agents, and he's like, there's 50, isn't there? And she's like, no, 49. He's like, oh yeah, poor Florida. Oh, is that true? Oh, okay. Right. I forgot that the Simmons cyborg was this early on. Yeah. And I helped. It's amazing that Sarge was able to fucking make Simmons into a cyborg and transplant all of his organs into Griff. But it's funny that he didn't just make Griff a cyborg instead. He just had to give all of Simmons' organs to Griff, right, instead of just making Griff a cyborg. I'm not moist in any of the usual places. Or more. Reminds me of when Bart Simpson gets hit in the stomach and goes, "Ow, my ovaries!" Bart didn't get hit, he was faking illness to get out of a test? Yeah, that's right. Then the wolf attacked. Yeah, that's right. You're right, Chisu. You think there's like a water park called Spanish Land that he's thinking about? Sounds like a plan. Chisu, you saying that your girlfriend gaining weight is a positive is degeneracy. Yeah, it is literally enabling. He's like, my girlfriend gained more weight. She's got huge butter udders and a wove belly and a jollier face and almost no neck and a double chin. It looks good. Yeah, he says it looks good on her. She's literally destroying her body, and he's like, this looks good on her. Chisu, I think you should date Eugenia Cooney and save her life. How the fuck is Eugenia Cooney still alive? What's that, Spencer? Yeah, she's a lich. I mean, she looks like a fucking skeleton. Rasputin survived a lot. True. Also, his cock is like in a jar in a museum, isn't it? Yeah, it's pickled. When, is it this that he calls himself Agent 00 Donut, or is that later? But like Doc with O'Malley is way more iconic than Tex with Omega. That includes me. This looks like the store. Tease. Yeah. The lightish red armor turned him queer. Like, because he's so stupid, he's that impressionable. Like, in later seasons, I feel like they toned down his stupidity, though. Like, he's still stupid, but, like, they tone it down. And Caboose, they only tone it up. Using mayo as sunscreen sounds disgusting and horrible. Notice that when they show Church from behind, he's not transparent. It's turning Church too, yeah. The pink guy. He's in Donut's body. I guess Donut's brain is affecting him. Right? Which options do you want? Options are optional. And a bigger Switch. Oh, blue team, look what I have. Oh, blue team, look what I have. Legs are optional. Options are optional. So, I was going to say Church can just read binary, but I guess it makes sense given later context, but at this point it didn't make sense. Because, like, here he was actually supposed to be a ghost. Like, I don't think they thought up the whole alpha AI thing until later. Oh, yeah. Codename Dirtbag. And Robot 2. It's got the fucking Close Encounters of the Third Kind fucking noises for how it talks. Doesn't he call him Corporal Chris Sandwich at some point? We aren't scheduled to conquer them until next Tuesday. Lieutenant McMuffin. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he says something like, "I'll always remember you, Corporal Chris Sandwich." Parable of Mystery. Tell him, Big Daddy. Who was that guy? Yeah, this is when it's revealed red and blue are the same. What I wonder, right, is they said that a lot of the time travel didn't happen, but did the Season 3 time travel happen? The Season 3 time travel where Church caused, like, everything, was any of that real? Hmm. I do like, though, in Season 3, how Vic decides that they're the same because fucking Church tells him they are. Like, again, a lot of the shit they were doing in Blood Gulch, they hadn't come up with everything yet, so there's a lot of things that it's, like, confusing. You know, back in the day, they used to always sell these DVDs at Hot Topic. They're just making fucking rat-a-tat noises like rat-a-tat-tat-tat-tat. I love blood and violence. I've got a boner for murder. I like how that fucking ghost shoots rockets. In season 0, didn't they kill off Tucker in like a really stupid way and then bring him back like 2 episodes later? Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's really dumb. Yeah, like, cause the sword was still tied to him. I love this bit. Two hours later. You know, them getting Sheila on top of the base actually took a lot of time to actually do. They had to use like a lot of grenades and flipping the tank and shit to get it up there. Yeah, see, Corporal Chris Sandwich. Actually, he wasn't referring to Donut, but because Sarge's like, we'll leave Private Donut, and he's like, well, then we will leave Corporal Chris Sandwich. Oh yeah, only the blues turn black, right? Or actually, isn't it only Tucker? Oh yeah, and well, obviously Tucker can't because Tucker's fucking knocked out. Yeah, the Zealots, if they appear, will only be briefly in this scene, but I think it's not until next season that we actually see them. I do like the Zealots, though, because it's literally just a commentary on the multiplayer community. Yep, that's the end of Season 2. Yeah. I still think that overall Blood Gulch gets better with each season, though. Like, Season 3 is better than 2, and 4 is better than 3, etc. Actually, I would say that holds true even past Blood Gulch. I'd say the first 10 seasons it gets better with each season. Yeah, and then 11's a little bit of a dip, because 11's mostly exposition to set up Chorus. And then... Then 12, it gets quite a bit better, and then 13's actually really good. Nine. Well, no. Technically, 8 had Monty animation for one fight scene at the end, and then 9 and 10 had it a lot. Because, like, there's the scene where they're inside Foundry in Halo 3, and they have a fight in Season 9, or Season 8. That was Monty, but then, like... I don't remember specifically what scene you're talking about. Oh, okay. Okay. Now, I am glad Rooster Teeth's going under with how much scumbags they revealed themselves to be, but I'm also sad because Rooster Teeth was iconic back in the day. Like, I hate how many, like, cool, like, online companies became, like, fucking pieces of shit later on. Oh, hey, there's a post-credits scene. Oh, yeah. Right, exactly. Like, I feel like Rooster Teeth died a long time ago. Like, it's just the shell of it that's going under now. Now, dude, like, watching these early season Blood Gulch, especially DVDs, just takes me back to when we lived in my grandma's basement and I watched it on our big screen, standard definition TV. It takes me back into the moment, like just sitting in that fucking room where we had the turtle tank next to the air hockey table that didn't work that we put clean clothes on. Oh, hey, we got to the menu. I wonder if it'll let me show if it'll show the fake menu again if I just let it sit. Because remember, I wasn't able to show you guys it because I'm always worried VLC would crash. But if it shows it here, then you can see what I'm talking about with the funny fake menus and like, because this one has 2 fake menus, where it's like, okay, here's the menu, you impatient fuck or whatever, and then like it shows it, and then it's like, oh, you thought that was the real menu? Gotcha. Here's the real menu, and then it's a fake one. He's like, ha, we got you again. Okay, here's the real one. But like I said, these sets have an absurd amount of like bonus features. Like, it's ridiculous. And that's what I love, because, like, if you go, like this isn't that much here, right? But they got the PSAs, and the outtakes, and the deleted scenes. But, like, every season has those, and then, like, there's a bonus disc that comes with the Blood Gulch Chronicles, and that bonus disc has, it has Room Zero, which is that animated one that they reused in Season 14 as the first episode when it was already a thing. And then it has, it has Recovery 1... And there's another one. What was the other bonus feature? The other series besides Recovery 1 between them? The one about the Carolinas? But you know what I'm talking about, right? I guess we should probably do both of those before we do Reconstruction, right? Like, after we do 5, we should probably do Recovery 1 and the other one. Yeah, I meant the Dakotas, yeah. I meant Dakotas. Okay. At least you were awake for the whole thing. Yeah, see you later, Corbin. What if I do this? Will it crash? No, hey, it's working. Here you go, you can see the joke menus now. The views and opinions expressed in this commentary section of this DVD are those of the individual speakers and do not necessarily represent the views of the studio. Not that we think you'll actually find the commentary entertaining, we just have to include the boring legal talk so we can offend people and not have them get mad at us. To be perfectly honest with you, I haven't even listened to the commentary yet. I have no idea what's on it. They probably throw around a lot of pseudo-intellectual... Like, it goes by really fast, but... I mean, seriously, it's like they can't get enough of themselves. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, fine, you probably just want to go to the main menu and skip all this stuff. Here you go. And there's this fake menu. Play, don't play, be kind, rewind, other stuff, fun things. Just kidding, that was a fake menu. Here's the real one. Play film, film play, The Smasher, Things with Hair, begins with F. Got you again. I bet you even tried to click on that one. Haha. Hey, getting mad isn't going to get you to the real menu any faster, so just relax. Fine, whatever. Here's the real menu. Enjoy the movie. And then that's when it takes you to the actual real menu. Cockbite. But like all of Blood Gulch have these like funny jokes with the menu, and they're not just repeats of the same one. Like each one has a different gag with the menu. Yeah, but like I'm glad I have these box sets, right? Because this is, you know, I'm big on physical media, obviously, and this was how I ended up watching the show. Because, like I said, I started with Reconstruction when it was on Halo Waypoint, and they were uploading an episode every week. Like, it was obviously not new at the time, but they were cycling through Reconstruction, Recollection, or no, not Recollection. What is it? Reconstruction. What comes after that? Because it's the Recollection is those 3 seasons, but there's Reconstruction, Revelation, and I think Revelation is the 3rd one. But there's like one in the middle that I forget the name of. Restoration. Reconstruction, Restoration, Revelation. There we go.
Okay. Yeah, so apparently, yeah, they have 60 days. That's what they have.
Okay. Are they going to do the entirety of like the last season that they made, or?
Yeah, the last 2 things they're gonna be making is the new season of Camp and Red vs. Blue.
Alright, well, I assume you're going to watch that, so let me know if it's worth my time.
Oh, I'm definitely going to watch the Red vs. Blue, absolutely.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I don't care about Camp.
Camp, I'm not.
I don't give a shit about that. But I'm saying Red vs. Blue, if the final season is worth my time, let me know.
Yeah, and they did say that they're trying to, like, even when Rooster Teeth goes under, they're still going to try to keep going with Ruby. Like, the people who are in charge of Ruby will, like, hopefully be doing their own thing. They just need to be, you know, commissioned to do so. Like contracted to do so.
Yeah, well, I don't care about that. I hate Ruby.
At the same time, well, I was just about to say, at the same time, I think it would be, like, as much as I want it to continue because I just want to see how they keep fucking it up, right?
Uh-huh.
I do think it would be really funny if they end with with season 10 because that was a filler season.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, like Red versus Blue is like my favorite web series of all time. And like when it got bad, I hated that because Red versus Blue was like iconic.
That was your own.
That was my own personal 9/11, exactly. And then Donald Trump stole my Christmas or Halloween, or both. Why not both? It was Halloween though, right?
Yeah. How Donald Trump stole Halloween.
Is this a new Dr. Seuss? But yeah, I'm glad you showed up. Like I said, I'll make sure to text you next time. I just, I don't know. I was just being stupid. I didn't think about it.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna keep doing it this late, I don't know if like I'll actually be able to.
Well, that was kind of the logic I had in not texting you in the first place, is because I figured you might be asleep. You know what I mean?
I was about to go to sleep. I was literally about to go to sleep, and then I saw the stream, and I was like, well, I can't miss this.
Okay. Yeah, because, I typically like to... Because Corbin and I do Redeye Theaters late a lot, because that's just when it's convenient for me. And, like, there's certain ones that I put on hold specifically to do when you're available, like Mumkey and The Boys now, ever since you joined, especially since it's just a better experience when you're there, because you have better Amazon than I do.
Oh man, I was hoping you were saying my commentary.
I mean, it's better to have a third person to shit on the show too, because The Boys is really... It's funny, because I remember, like I said, the first few episodes of The Boys, I'm like, yeah, I don't hate this, and I did a whole video about how I don't hate it.
Yeah.
Well, like, granted, it was just part of a larger video about new media I don't hate, and it, like, The Boys, Invincible, and Succession were all on there, and, like, because I mentioned that The Boys was, like, bad and had a lot of things I didn't like, but overall I didn't hate it, and it had things that I liked. But the more I watch it, the more I'm like, no, it's really bad.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like The Boys, I feel like season 1, I felt like just got worse with each episode.
I've blocked so much out about season 2, because, like, I remember I was re-going through it because I knew where I was going to watch it with you guys, right?
Uh-huh.
And by, like, re-going through it, I'm not, like, actually watching it. I was just, like, I was looking at stuff about it, right?
Uh-huh.
Remembered, like, the moment that The Boys completely lost me, which, by the way, I want to say there was stuff in season 1 I didn't like.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's a lot of things in season 1 I didn't like, and I was starting to hate, like, some of the things that happened in season 2, but there's a specific thing that happens in episode 3 of season 2, and The Boys, it lost everything. It lost all my investment in just one scene.
Yeah? Okay.
It was, oh boy. That scene is... I can't wait till we get to it.
I forget, were you there with us with Darren last night? Yeah, you totally were, because you argued with him about God of War. Yeah. That was fun.
Oh, I wouldn't say much I argued.
No, but it was, like, I just remembered your commentary, because obviously I didn't have anything to contribute to God of War, and obviously you did, because you actually played the game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've played all of them at this point.
Yeah.
Well, okay, I played the main 5. I haven't played any of, like, I didn't play the PSP one, I didn't play the fucking computer one. I didn't play the fucking the mobile game one.
Right. Well, and you know the funny thing is I think the PSP one is the only one I've played like at all, and I only played it for like 2 minutes. And that's just because I think Kyler had it on PSP, and I remember I fired it up, and like the save that I had was like in this scene where you have a 3-way with these 2 chicks.
Yeah.
That's all I remember.
And like the thing I remember about the stream with Darren was when he said that Mahler was lazy. I was just like, huh.
Yeah.
You're wrong, but I'm not going to get into this.
Well, yeah,
it's not worth getting into it.
That's the thing I like about having Darren on is he's super opinionated. But a lot of the time I don't bother arguing certain points just because it would like completely derail it. You know what I mean?
Exactly. That's exactly what my thought was there. It's just like, you're wrong, but I'm not even going to bring up the fact that you're wrong.
Well, it's like when we were discussing Dragon Ball. There were several facts he got wrong when recounting the show, but I didn't bother correcting.
Yeah.
Like for instance, he got Bulma and Goku's ages way off.
Yeah. Hugely off. I thought that was just like
it could have just been hyperbole too. But I don't think it was hyperbole per se. But no, but
the story he was telling was about like the way it looks.
Yeah.
So I think it's fair to say that that's how their age looks.
Yeah, that's fair. Because Goku looks like a fucking like 5-year-old or like a 3-year-old.
Yeah.
But he's like, and that's actually like a twist, right? Because like when Bulma's like giving him a bath, and she's like, "Wait, you're only like 4 years younger than me? That's creepy. Get out of here."
Yeah, exactly. I enjoyed the talk about One Punch Man with him, though.
Yeah,
that was fun.
And like I said, I liked the Dragon Ball discussion, which is funny because he's like, "Yeah, I need to go to bed," and then after we ended the stream, we talked for like an hour about Dragon Ball.
Yeah. And I did, for what it's worth, I did enjoy the discussion with God of War. Like, I'm not like I really like the first game. Like, it's one of my like crowning achievements. Like as a kid, the fact that I beat that game on hard mode, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I called Kratos, and he told me how cool of a gamer I was. That's real, by the way.
Yeah, like it's a phone number you get for beating it on the hardest difficulty, right?
Yeah, exactly.
No, but I love the streams where we have Darren on
like,
because like I feel like he like kind of steals the show whenever he's on, and it's a nice change of pace from the other shit shows because it's like completely different.
But yeah, it's just that he was saying something that I disagreed with, and I just wanted to press him on that on that opinion.
Yeah.
Just the fact that we got to the scene where Kratos jumps off the cliff, and you're going, "Oh, this is when he kills himself in Minecraft."
Yeah. Well, that's what I remember from that scene because that's the version I saw first.
Yeah. It's so funny.
But yeah, like I like.
But yeah, that's how God of War 3 ends, is him killing himself in that way.
I also like that the shit shows we do with Darren typically involve video. Well, they've always involved videos. Like we show, you know, we just watch a bunch of lolcow shit or whatever.
Yeah.
I think there's a shit show we recorded that I haven't uploaded yet that I have had for a couple of months, but I keep forgetting about. I think it was one with me, you, Corbin, and Steven, but I can't remember for sure.
Huh. I don't remember.
Steven's another good one to have on, though. Like, the shit shows with him on, like you said, Steven's good at not having dead air.
Yeah.
Like, at all.
He'll always say something that he'll say something that we'll all have something to say about. See, the thing is, Steven asks good questions. Like, he asks fun, hypothetical questions, or just, you know...
Well, and the best part is when Steven uses filler words in his conversations, they don't feel like filler words, even though they are. Like, when he says, you know, like, well, to be fair... Like, the way he does it, like, the way he talks... Like, he's got very good pacing in the way that he talks. I don't know if that's a weird thing to word it like that, but you know what I mean. Or maybe you don't. Maybe I'm just being weird, but...
No, I don't know exactly what you mean.
Yeah.
And I also enjoy the fact that I actually have someone to talk about with Fire Emblem with Steven.
Well, you may notice whenever you guys go on about that, I just kind of tune out, because...
Exactly.
That's why when you guys were like nerding out about Fire Emblem, I was like, hey Corbin, I feel like you on that JoJo stream, because there was a stream that me, Corbin, or it wasn't a stream, it was a shit show, but I think it was recorded and then uploaded. It was the first one with Chutters on it, or maybe it was the second, and Chutters and I kept talking about JoJo, and Corbin like was completely lost and had no idea what we were talking about because he hasn't watched any JoJo, at least at the time. He seemed like a.
That's on him for not. That's on him for not seeing JoJo though.
Right, but yeah, he was like completely out of the element, like he was completely out of the loop. So that's why I'm like, yeah, Corbin, I feel like you during the JoJo stream. I will say though, Path of Radiance, good game so far. I just wish that it wasn't like a fucking fortune to get a copy.
Yeah, that's too bad.
That's fucking Nintendo.
I got him when they weren't that expensive. I got him back when I literally owned every single Fire Emblem game since I worked at the zoo. See, the zoo didn't pay me very much at all, but the thing is that I never had any free time to spend that money. So I always had a shit ton of money back when I worked at the zoo.
So what you're saying is, you had no free time and hardly any money, but you didn't even realize you had hardly any money because of the no free time.
No, because, well, the thing is I did have a lot of money because of the whole... Well, here's the thing. I didn't get paid, like, a whole lot. I'm pretty sure I was getting paid, like, 14 at the time.
I mean, that's not the worst, especially for the time period, because, like... When I started my current job, like, before I got promoted and stuff, like, do you know how much I made when I got hired on where I currently work? Like $11 an hour.
Yeah, that's me too.
And that's crazy, because, like, now I make over 21 an hour. Like, I make, like, 21.50 or something like that.
Yeah. But the thing is that it was 5 days a week, 10 hours a day. So I was making a lot of overtime.
Yeah. Yeah, that's like 10 hours overtime.
So I was making. Yeah, so I was making quite a bit of money, but the thing is that, like,
per hour it wasn't a lot.
It wasn't like, yeah, per hour it wasn't a lot. And again, I never had any free time, so I wasn't spending that money. So then just some days I would just, go to Amazon and be like, oh yeah, look, there's a Fire Emblem game I don't own yet. Bye.
Well, and I assume you bought them when they weren't, like, astronomically overpriced.
Oh yeah, they were not the price that they currently are.
Like, I assume you probably spent a good amount on some of them, but I assume that you didn't spend anywhere near what you'd spend today.
Well, how much are they today? How much is Path of Radiance today?
Let's take a quick gander, yeah?
I think it was 80 when I bought it.
Oh, yeah, that's way less than it is now. Let's see, so there is a listing for disc only, $169.99. That's actually the cheapest I've seen.
Just the disc?
But yeah, that's just the disc, yeah. In the case, I see one for $249.97. For just the case with no disc, I see it for $9.99, so there you go, $10 for just the case with no game.
Yeah, the one that was the most expensive for me was Fire Emblem 7. It was like $200.
I get like 14 an hour, but it's Canadian pesos. 14 non-union. Okay, I mean, yeah, the Canadian dollar is less than the American dollar, so... I mean, that's not great, but I assume for your purposes, Chisu, it's probably not that bad. I don't imagine you have a ton of bills you're responsible for. Unless I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, but... Like, with me, I gotta pay my mortgage, my car insurance. My car insurance is irritating. The mortgage is irritating, too, because I got fucked over by one insurance company, so my insurance is way more than it should be. And then, my mortgage is pretty pricey. That's my biggest bill, obviously.
Yeah.
And then, obviously, I gotta pay the gas bill and the garbage bill. That's the bills I pay.
Yeah, another thing that I got a bunch of back when I was on back when I was working at the zoo, I got a bunch of the One Piece volumes and the amiibos.
Uh-huh. Do those go for a lot now, too?
Amiibos, not too much. They're actually the Pit and Dark Pit amiibo that I got were actually more expensive when I got them than they are today.
Gotcha. You know, I'm so glad that I got
when the amiibos were... Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I'm so glad that I got Yorotsuki Doji when I did, because I got it for like $40. And that's like insane, because it's the Perfect Collection.
Oh.
And the Perfect Collection, like, you see it for listed to like $400 to $500 a lot of the time. I see one for $189.99, but like, still, like, that's a bid. No, that's not a bid. That's actually buy now, or best offer. But that's still way more than I paid for it, because I paid $40.
Yeah.
And like I said, it typically goes between $400 and $500.
Yeah, because back when I was getting the amiibos, like, they just printed, so it was... So, and, you know, Nintendo has a problem with not getting enough stock when they first print.
Maybe you could save money by buying things on sale and not ordering out, but a loaf of bread and some sliced cheese and make grilled cheese, or soup is cheap. I mean, for sure.
Soup, cheese.
Well, you got to remember the heart's blocking part of the chat, so. Yeah, I knew what he meant: grilled cheese or soup, or grilled cheese and soup, one of the two. Yeah, it was or
grilled cheese and tomato soup.
But like, he's not wrong. If like a lot of my money does go to food, I would, if I cut back on like going out and buying food, I would save a shitload.
Mm-hmm.
Because I eat curry at least once a week. I eat fast food basically daily.
I wish I could still have Cup once a week.
Oh, do they not have it out there?
No.
Oh, that sucks.
When I go there in May, I'm absolutely fucking getting some.
Yeah. I lived on my own for like a decade and got some skills. Okay. Alright, fair enough, Chisu.
But yeah, so like, so yeah, a handful of the amiibos I have are more expensive than they are now. I eventually stopped doing the amiibos when I bought the Toon Link amiibo, and it never showed up. It just really soured me. I got so soured on the whole thing, so I haven't bought an amiibo since.
I made $30 picking up pennies on the floor in high school. After a few months, those coins add up. Oh yeah, no, that's what I used to do actually when I was in middle school. We would go and gather coins.
Yeah, a lot of people would... Sorry, go ahead.
I would just say we would go and gather coins around the house, and we would go buy Slurpees at 7-Eleven down the street. And so we'd just find a bunch of coins, like, in the couch, or, like, under the couch, or, like, you know, in, like, the cup holders of the car, stuff like that.
A lot of people say, like, you know, it's not worth your time to spend a second to pick up a penny. But unless you get paid $60 an hour, it's absolutely worth your time to spend a second to pick up a penny.
Right. Well, and that's why I do have a coin jar. Like, I don't add to it as much as I used to, because I don't just use cash as much as I used to, which I hate. But it's like it is what it is, you know. Because I used to buy everything in cash, because I didn't actually have a debit card until 2020. Like, I just had a savings account and then an ATM card, and every week I would just withdraw my check. Like, I'd withdraw whatever I was going to spend and then just keep some in savings.
Yeah.
And then if I wanted to order stuff on eBay or Amazon, I would just use somebody else's and give them the cash. And that's how I lived for a long time.
That's an interesting way to do it.
Yeah. And again, because I didn't have a debit card, because I was very much like trying to be like, no, I don't want like a paper trail and shit like that, right? And like part of me regrets that I don't live like that anymore, but obviously there is a convenience factor.
You now have the mark of the beast,
right? But there obviously is a convenience factor when it comes down to it. So, you know, it is more convenient, because, like, for instance, if it's late at night and I need gas, having a debit card is absolutely a must, because you can't just put cash into a gas pump.
Yeah.
I use a debit card when I go to the shop. I buy something, I get cash back, so I don't gotta walk to the bank and use that. Yeah. To quote Ben Franklin, a penny saved is a penny earned. True.
A penny earned is a penny saved.
To quote
Ben
Dio
Franklin,
Brando...
that's a serial killer.
to quote Dio Brando, an oil tanker for you. You know about that line, right?
Yes, of course I know about that line.
Yeah, because the OVAs changed it from a road roller to a fucking oil tanker. Doesn't have the same effect as Roda.
Yeah. Sorry, I stopped paying attention. I well, the whole conversation that you just had, it went from you asking if I'm familiar with that line, and then you saying "Road Rollada."
Well, I was just like saying like in the OVA how they switched out the steamroller with a fucking oil tanker, and then in the dub he's just like an oil tanker for you. And I was saying that doesn't have the same effect as Roda.
Exactly, dude. Road roller, dude. That I lose my shit over that. So funny. I love the shit that Dio says.
Yeah. So I found a totally legit Blu-ray of the Ocean dub. So I ordered that. So once that gets here, I'll have that.
Nice.
Because if you don't know,
crazy that is legit.
Yeah, totally.
They're still
legit.
like releasing those.
100% totally. You don't even gotta think about it, dude. No, because you know that there is actually an official DVD of it called the Rock the Dragon edition. But that's like really rare and goes for like $1,000. And so
that's chump change.
So I found a totally legit original Do Not Steal Blu-ray of the Rock the Dragon edition on a totally reputable site, and that's how I'm gonna watch the Ocean dub. Which part of the Ocean dub? Which part of the Ocean dub? It's the entire TV broadcast, so it's the edited version that showed on Toonami. So it goes through to the Frieza saga. So I think it's like 67 episodes or whatever. It's just the first 2 seasons, Chi. So it's not the stuff where they use the Westwood studio. It's not that one. It's just the original run of Ocean before Funimation. Because I've been watching a lot of clips of some of the like retarded censorship from Ocean, and I fucking love it.
You're retarded.
Or just like some of the funny like interesting line changes. You know, like your father was an average fighter, but he was a brilliant scientist.
Yeah.
Or having these balls gives me something resembling joy. I think I want to caress them.
I love the "I think" part. Like, he's not even sure.
The Westwood dub was pretty good. They had the Beast Wars guys doing the voices, and it's pretty good. That's what I've heard. And I know that, like, the Westwood dub had, like, a lot of the same people from the Ocean dub. And so, like, that's why a lot of people just view it as a continuation of the Ocean dub, even though technically it was different licensing, and it gets kind of complicated. But, like, people literally include clips from the Westwood stuff in, like, Ocean compilations. So a lot of people don't even realize that it's technically different. But I love some of the funny censorship, you know, like, too bad it's Sunday.
Dude, I can't believe yesterday that when you asked if I had any, like, Movie Bob videos, and I was just like, oh shit, like, because like, Movie Bob is not the one I pay attention to. It's Tonald, right? And so then I quickly just look up what I can, and then I find the Magneto was right thing, and I was just like, yep, I've seen that one. I love that one.
I call the first part the Saban dub, as it was done by the Power Rangers guys. Yeah, that is a distinction people make. It is the Saban one that I got, so that is the set that I have ordered. It is yet to arrive. But I'm looking forward to it just because some of the weird choices, like for instance, in the Saban dub, they had they edited Tree of Might into a 3-part like episode and just acted like it was just part of the show proper.
Yeah.
Nappa wipes out the sea forces with a key blast and says, "Hope you Navy boys like to swim." Yeah. Or like he blows up that like entire city block that there were a ton of people in. And he's like, "This area may have been evacuated, but that'll give them something to think about," when they very clearly did not have time to evacuate.
They got out of there really fast, okay?
Look, I can see their
Godzilla-
parachutes. They're okay.
After Godzilla, they learned how to evacuate fast.
Never saw the Tree of Might, but did see the uncut Ocean movie. Yeah. I know that they later did an uncut movie version of it. I just think it's funny that it was originally edited into a 3-part episode and treated as just part of the show. Like, that's the only time that's ever been done with one of the movies. And I just think that's really interesting.
I also... Sorry, never mind.
Punches off Tien's arm. You just wait till it grows back. Yeah, exactly. I also think it's really funny when fucking, like, Krillin's like, he almost let us go the way of the dinosaurs. And it's like, so, like, alive and well, like they are in your universe?
Oh, you know which one that we should watch?
What's
Absolutely, at some point. Do a react to? The Secret to Mario's Jump.
Who is this, a Movie Bob video, or what is this?
No.
Is it Total?
It is... No, it's a Mark Brown.
I'm not familiar with Mark Brown.
He's the guy who does the Game Maker's Toolkit videos.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with that. Is this guy kind of dumb?
Yeah. Here, let me see. The Secret... Oops. Did I misspell secret?
No, but, the fucking, the Piccolo Jr. DLC in, Kakarot, in the final fight with, Piccolo Jr., they played a remix of the original Dragon Ball theme, and I was really happy to hear that, because I didn't know it was in there.
Sorry, so the channel is actually called Game Maker's Toolkit.
Okay. Mark Brown, the guy who made Arthur?
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess no, Chisu.
No, not the guy who made Arthur.
Also, the Ocean dub music in the Saban dub is really good. Yeah, like, I know they just use stuff from their other productions, but I am curious to see how it turned out. Because obviously, I'm a big Falconer fan. To me, that's the definitive Dragon Ball Z soundtrack. Like, I can't imagine it without that. But that said, I do want to hear the other soundtracks. Because, the Japanese one is fucking boring most of the time. Because, they just have silence. And, like, it's funny, because purists will, like, be like, they know how to utilize silence effectively. And I'm like, I don't know, dude. Like, would I rather have, like, a sad moment with, like, just complete and total silent ambience? That can be effective. But, like, let's say, let me give an example. Future Gohan's death is absolutely better with the music.
No, prove it.
Just watch the fucking scene.
No.
Oh, okay.
That's subjective.
I mean, there's an element of it that is, but I would say that, like, to me, it just seems a lot better with the music. Falconer music was inspired by the Saban dub music by Ron Wasserman and Shuki Levy, who did Power Rangers. Okay. I just like that, like...
Top 5 Covenant weapons.
I just like that the Falconer soundtrack, like, every scene has a specific score. Well, not every scene, but many scenes have specific scores that were made for those scenes. Like, all the key moments have, like, specific stuff for those moments. Yeah. And each major character had, like, their own theme and stuff like that. Like, in the Japanese soundtrack, most of the time you just hear trumpets and, like, just going... when there is music. And I just don't find that anywhere near as, like, immersive or ambient. This fucking cough is killing me. But there are parts of the Japanese soundtrack I like. Like, obviously, like, I like I like Head Chala, the intro, and I obviously like Solid State Scouter. That's like, that's in my top 3 Dragon Ball songs, is Solid State Scouter. It's my number 3.
You know what they keep doing in the Halo show, which I think is really fucking weird?
What?
You good?
Stop
dying.
I've
I demand.
I've just been sick for a couple of days, but yeah, what do they keep doing?
If you get hit by one of the needlers once, that's it. You're dead.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Like, I could understand that for maybe, like, a normal human, but...
They've been doing it to Spartan 3s
Yeah,
for
that's bullshit.
quite some time.
You got the consumption?
It's just like how often Spartan 3s die. It's just like that really wasn't a thing. It was always a big deal whenever Spartan died. Spartan 2 or 3.
Right, Spartans never died.
They rarely ever did. Well, look, I'm talking like even like regardless of that part, right, where they're always put down as missing in action.
Yeah, but
it's very rare that Spartans actually die, though.
Yeah, I know.
Like in the series.
Yeah. True. Yeah. Dragon. Oh, fucking hell.
Spartan 1337. He never died.
Dragon Ball's music worked because
it's
missing. Fucking hell, this cough, dude. Dragon Ball's soundtrack worked because it's a mystic adventure, but DBZ was a sci-fi with aliens and robots and time travel, and electric OST fits more. But GT worked well with Japan music. Yeah, I mean, with GT, I could take or leave either version because I think that GT's soundtrack can be a little repetitive in both versions, if I'm being perfectly honest, whether English or Japanese. But there are some, like, for instance, Super 17's theme is really cool in English. But in Japanese, the instrumental of Dan Dan Kokoro that plays quite a bit isn't bad. I like it. But I also don't mind the remix of the GT rap, the instrumental of the GT rap that gets put into the English soundtrack, even if it is a bit repetitive as well. Fucking hell.
Playing every game YouTube advertised to me.
No, it's weird that my cough didn't, like, really surface during the stream, but after the... Well, I mean, we are still streaming, but you know what I mean, during the episodes. Or during the season of Red versus Blue.
Mm-hmm. Why are you sick, bitch?
Just been going around.
It's not going around over here.
Yeah, it's almost like you're in a different state.
It's almost like our state, the state I'm in, is cooler.
If you say so. I mean, look, Utah isn't exactly
you come
the
over
highest...
here and you'll agree.
Utah
you
isn't...
come here and you'll agree.
Okay, well, Utah isn't exactly, like, the highest rated state for tourists, which I like, because I fucking hate people coming here, and I do hate that it is gaining traction with people moving here, because I actually really like Utah. You know what I mean? Like, I genuinely have some degree of state pride.
Mm-hmm. No, I definitely have state pride, too, like, with Utah.
Yeah.
My thing is, though, is that, like, the one thing I'll give this place, which is awesome, is that I can actually fucking breathe here.
Oh, yeah, well, I mean, we have pretty bad pollution here.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Utah has, like, notoriously some of the worst air quality in the States.
Yeah. And, yeah, when I moved here, I was just like, holy shit. even though I'm higher up, like, I can fucking breathe.
Don't want the gaijin coming? Exactly. I fucking hate all of the fucking Californians that move here and, like, make the state worse. It fucking drives me nuts. I wish that there was a way to just not have them come here. I wish there was a way to just, like, help Ulysses out with his plan and just fucking go Lonesome Road on their ass.
Ulysses?
Yeah, from Fallout New Vegas.
Oh.
It's literally an emoji in my chat. It's called Lonesome Road in my server.
Oh.
One little sniff of pussy and you lose it.
Dude, my latest episode of the fucking Halo show that I watched. So it turns out the reason why Oni and UNSC were so okay with abandoning Reach is because they literally just moved all their assets onto Onyx.
That's dumb.
Yeah. It's like, you guys, like, know that that's, like, supposed to be a secret place, right? So, like, you probably shouldn't move all your assets there.
Yeah. I like how fucking Malachi's shark that he had like this fucking deep tranny lore that fucking Darren told us about.
Sorry, who? Oh, the shark.
The shark, yeah.
The poor shark. I would have never guessed. I literally would have never fucking guessed.
So Chisu, I don't know if you saw, I posted about this in collections. I have, like, the first season, I think, of Robotech, so I'm gonna watch that now. So I know you've talked about Robotech a lot, but I have the first season now. So people whine about how Pan keeps getting saved by Goku and GT, yet are okay with Gohan being saved from Raditz, Cybermen, Nappa, the Ginyu Force, Frieza again, Namek blowing, Cyber Frieza, Cell again, Boo Tanks, Beerus, Frieza again, Tagoma Ginyu a bunch of times.
Boo Tanks?
Yeah. That's Boo with Super Boo with Gotenks absorbed.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I get you.
It's good 80s sci-fi and pretty dark. Okay. In the Tournament of Power, Ginyu a bunch of times in the Tournament of Power, Tagoma, the Galactic Prisoner, Baby, General Locke, Super 17, the Evil Dragons, and Psychor, and that's not counting movies or games. Well, yeah, I always find that people's, like, hatred of Pan is really weird. Like, they're just like, oh, she's, like, just a useless, she's just, like, a damsel in distress. It's like, I mean, that was kind of the point, but, like, she's, like, a kid that, like, tagged along on a journey she wasn't supposed to go on. And, like, it's not like she's literally always been saved. Like, she gets saved a lot, but she holds her own sometimes, too. You ever seen the 70s Incredible Hulk, Spencer?
Why the fuck? Have I ever seen Clerks 2?
Did I ask you about the 70s Incredible Hulk already?
This is the third time you've asked me about the 70s Incredible Hulk.
Okay. Well, I just recently started getting back into it, so I find that odd. Like, did I ask you recently? Did I ask you, like, on the previous stream or something?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Well, it's a good show.
You asked me the last 2 times I was here. My answer was no, because I didn't... and then you were talking about how the Hulk is like an actual curse.
Yeah.
Like, it's treated like an actual curse.
Yeah, I love that show. Like, it's easily my favorite version of Hulk because it's not like a superhero thing. It's a drama and a tragedy.
I remember I was going to tell you something. I just can't remember right now.
Oh, did I interrupt you?
Sucks. No, it was something that I was thinking about earlier today that I should have told you.
And in fairness, the joke wasn't Clerks 2. It was just Clerks.
Oh, okay. See, now I'm the forgetter.
Yeah. But in fairness, I've talked to Theron and Corbin about it too. I couldn't remember if I'd talked to you because my conversations with the three of you, if I've had similar conversations, can blend together in my head a little bit so that I can't remember they were actually separate conversations.
Yeah.
Also, Jack McGee is a good character. I like Jack McGee. If you don't know, he's the reporter who's like constantly trying to catch the Hulk. I like the 70s Hulk. It holds up well. I agree, Chisu. The 70s Hulk is great.
I'm just trying to remember the thing that I was going to tell you. Oh, maybe it was just that. No, it can't be that, because I told you that already. Herb. You should play Tux and Fanny on stream. It's awesome.
Isn't it like a 2-player only game?
No.
Oh, okay.
Literally can't even play it 2-player.
Oh. Well, shows what I know.
Shows you fake fan of Tux and Fanny.
I just remember it was a game you were interested in downloading at one point. That is literally my recollection of the game.
Yes, and I played it. And I'm a big fan. Literally the best game I've played all year so far.
Yeah.
I'm about to 100% it. I just need to do a fucking 100 levels of a fucking minigame, and then I just need to blow up the soccer ball and beat it. I'm done. Fucking Tim Tooth took me forever. Literally took me a month to fucking get good at Tim Tooth.
Yeah. So Beast Wars is like DBZ
And now,
with 3 arcs, Frieza, Cell, and Boo. Again, I understand why you combine Saiyan and Frieza. I typically don't, but for sake of argument, I'll grant it for this, I suppose. And 3 seasons of Beast Wars. Then after wrapping it up on a good note, we got a sequel with 2 main parts, the 2 seasons of Beast Machines and the Baby/Black Star arc, and the Super 17/Dragon arc in GT. I understand combining Super 17 with Black Star, and I suppose or sorry, not with Black Star. No, I guess I understand combining Baby and Black Star, but I wouldn't, just because Black Star is distinctly different from when like it actually becomes the Baby arc. Super 17 is 6 episodes. I completely understand combining that with Shadow Dragons.
Baby is set up. Baby is set up in the Black Star arc.
Yes, yes, he is. I know.
He's separate.
Yeah,
he's separate.
Yeah, I would agree. But despite the love for the first,
Frieza's set up in the Saiyan arc. Fucking...
Right, but Chisu considers the Saiyan arc part of the Frieza arc. I don't, but I can understand why he would. Because like when the Saiyan saga was written, Frieza clearly wasn't a concept, because the way that Raditz talks about it, they weren't serving anyone when they took over planets.
Yeah.
Like Frieza was an afterthought. He wasn't clear. He clearly wasn't originally in the plan. Like, granted, to be fair, most of the androids weren't come up with. Like, it was originally just supposed to be 19 and 20, and that's it. But anyway,
Cell is set up in the Red Ribbon arc.
No.
Yes.
The army that created Cell was set up in the Red Ribbon arc, but that's about it.
No, he's set up.
But despite the love for the first one, the sequel got hate despite the deeper lore and themes, as well as returning to things not referenced in a long time. From the series that started it, Dragon Ball and Gen 1 Transformers, there was also unfinished sequels to the 2 seasons in Dragon Ball AF and Transtech. But Dragon Ball AF isn't official. Like, I know you like to treat it as, and I know Toyotaro is involved with Super now. And
Dragon Ball is fuck.
Right. But it is still technically unofficial. Like, it would be cool if Toyotaro, since he's writing Super, if he just canonized AF somehow, or if he, like, brought Zykor into... Like, if he brought Zykor into the Super manga, I might read it. But I don't want to read the super manga because the super manga says that the super manga says that Bardock was like kind-hearted and that Goku's kind.
Zycor manga.
Yes, but the fucking super manga says that Bardock was kind-hearted and that Goku's kindness was hereditary, which is just retarded.
It's so dumb. Obviously, like, the story that he got it from the humans is just so much fucking better.
And it's more consistent with what Toriyama originally wrote, but then he, like... And, like, the Bardock that he included in the manga, which, granted, was very short. It was, like, one panel. It was, like, a callback to the special, because Toriyama didn't make the special. But he included that version of Bardock in the Dragon Ball Z manga as a flashback. But the version that he came up with in Dragon Ball Minus is just awful and bad. And the Frieza saga... Sorry, my brain just fucking poofed out there for a second. The Broly movie made it marginally better by at least having him confront Frieza. But he still was, like, the kind, sweethearted fucking Bardock who was, like, him and Guinea were, like, the only good ones. And it also shows them sending Goku away to save him.
To be fair,
okay,
it was, like, the only evidence we have of him being, like, kind-hearted and, like, a good person is towards his son, Goku, and his wife, Guinea. Which, again, not saying that Saiyans, not saying that they should, you know, be friendly to their family, but it does make sense that they would be friendly to their family.
But with, but, like...
You're talking about the Super movie, right? The Broly...
Yes, Dragon Ball Super Broly. Like, it's marginally better than his depiction in Dragon Ball Minus, because he still confronts Frieza. He's still depicted to be a lot less evil, and, again, this is one that I cannot excuse, because it directly contradicts the original backstory for Goku. It depicts Bardock and Guinea sending Goku off of planet Vegeta to save him because they know it's going to be destroyed. That is not what fucking happened. Goku was sent off of planet Vegeta by the Saiyans to destroy Earth.
Yeah, that was dumb. The fact that he's just like, we're going to send Goku to Earth because planet Vegeta is going to get blown up, and Earth, they have relatively low power levels, so he'd probably be safe there.
Right, but I just think it's bullshit that in the manga...
It's like, in that case, why don't you guys go with him?
Right.
Like, what's keeping you here?
Mm-hmm.
And Bardock, if you really want to face off against Frieza, just, like, you know, for the honor of you, and maybe, like, let's say, you know, his friends were killed by Dodoria in this
even though, obviously, his friends don't even...
Then at the very least, send Guinea with him.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Send his mother with him.
But the reason that didn't happen is because that was not in the original story and was just some shit he made up later on.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Bardock being a ruthless killer is Bardock. Trying to say that he was... Like, again, in the Super manga, Vegeta literally says that Bardock was a kind soul and that Goku's kindness is hereditary, which is just retarded.
And if you could only be like... Well, we could only get away with sending off one pod. I'm pretty sure Guinea and Goku can fit in one pod.
Yeah, considering Goku's an infant. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they also aged him up. Remember, they made him like 3.
Did they?
Yeah, they aged him up in the Broly movie and Dragon Ball Minus. Like, he's a lot bigger.
Oh. I don't remember him doing that. I don't remember them doing that.
In the movie...
I could be wrong. Like, don't get me wrong. Like...
In the movie,
I just don't remember him being bigger.
In the movie, they said if they left with Goku, their power level would be detected. I still think that's a lame-ass excuse.
Oh, do you really think fucking Frieza's gonna pay attention to that shit?
like
it's so much smaller than him.
Like, I know Goku...
And again, Guinea's power level isn't that high. I don't believe you. I don't believe him.
Yeah. Like, because Goku had a power level of, I think, 2 as a baby. But, like, Guinea can't have been... Like, she was probably, like, Farmer with a shotgun level. She was probably, like, 5. She was probably more than that. I'm being a little facetious. She is a Saiyan, so she was definitely higher than Farmer with a shotgun, but...
Yeah, Farmer with a shotgun.
I do like the memes.
Dude, imagine how Dragon Ball would have played out if Gine was a part of it.
They didn't know how to mask Ki. I mean, yeah, but I'm not going to make excuses for that awful shit. Because, like, I love the Broly movie. I do. But I have to, like, block out the Bardock shit and pretend it didn't happen whenever I watch it. And, like, even when he confronts Frieza, the fact that he doesn't have a red headband, I'm like, okay, cool, then I don't... This isn't real. You know?
Yeah.
Like, the red headband is essential.
Mm-hmm. You were about to say something about, like, you like the memes?
Oh, the memes of the farmer with a shotgun where people, like, try to say he's, like, the strongest character and they'll give him, like, a ridiculous power level.
He was masking his power level. It's like the fucking memes with fucking Dale Gribble.
Right. It's also funny how they have Bardock, or sorry, not Bardock, Raditz in the Ocean dub. In the Ocean dub, when Raditz kills the farmer with a shotgun by flinging his, like, bullet back at him. Which, by the way, the fact that it shoots off a bullet when it's a shotgun, I mean, that's just okay, whatever, you know.
He grabbed a singular bullet. Okay, he grabbed a singular pellet.
You know what? No, actually, you know what? I have an argument for that. It was a slug. It was not a shell. It was a slug. Shotguns can shoot slugs.
Okay, yeah.
And slugs actually do more damage. So, but like in the
totally makes sense.
Yeah, there you go. I figured it out. Yeah. So
that's why he went up so high to 5.
Right.
Because he detected the slug.
But and obviously when I say slug, I'm not talking about snails. I'm talking about like a big bullet.
Obviously.
Right. Just in case anybody needed that cleared up. But anyway, what I was going to say was in the Ocean dub, instead of having him like throw the bullet and kill the farmer with it, he like throws it back to him and he catches it and he's like, "Here, have this back."
How nice. No, but like I was saying, imagine how different Dragon Ball would have been if Gine was part of it. There would have been no confusion about the Great Ape. There would have been fucking...
In the Ocean dub, the farmer was Scott McNeil, and in the Scott McNeil, and in the 4Kids dub, they made the bullet glow. Yeah, I remember that. No, 4Kids has some pretty funny censorship, like Blue Popo.
So, okay, you're just not even engaging with it.
What did you say? Something about Gine? Because I don't consider Gine canon. Period. Like I don't think of her as existing. But
no, just
you saying how different the show would be if she was there? Yeah, it would have been pretty different. It would not have been the same show at all. Imagine if Goku brought back Raditz for some reason. Or imagine if they didn't kill. Like, think about it. What if they actually like saved Raditz like they did with Vegeta and redeemed him?
Yeah.
I mean, it's Goku's fucking.
That's something that fucking like having Gine a part of the series would have probably changed, right? But like it is like I get not having him because the whole point is that Goku doesn't reject, like, he rejects his, like, heritage.
Right. I just think it's funny that Goku's literal... Like, I just think it's funny that
his brother.
His literal fucking brother is a completely and totally minor character. Like, he's really not important to it at all. Like, he's a minor villain.
Yeah, but, like, Tarbell's also a minor character.
Yeah, but Tarbell was made up for, like, an OVA that's, like, a lot less serious. But yeah, that's true. But also Tarbell, like Chisu said earlier, Tarbell's kind of a candy ass. Like, he's a fucking pussy.
Oh, and fucking Bulma's. Wait, is it even his sister? What is fucking. What's her name?
Tights.
Yeah, is Tights her sister or
Yeah, it's her sister.
something else?
That's been, like, on patrol.
Yeah, she's
with...
also a minor character.
Yeah, but also, like, I don't really view her as canon either, because, like, she's been on patrol with, like, an alien for, like, ever, and then Bulma's, like, shocked that aliens exist in the Saiyan saga.
She kind of forgot.
Yeah. Openly beta male Masako X did a whole series on what if Gine came to Earth. Oh, yeah? Gine is non-canon. Bardock got himself pregnant as he's a hermaphrodite.
He got himself pregnant.
I do think it's funny, though, that there was, like, a lot of fan theories that Fasha was actually Goku's mom, and it's like, if that's the case, she recovered from giving birth real quick.
Yeah.
Like, just going right into battle, like, the day after giving birth.
Right?
Yeah, I just, like, I don't think that fan theory is plausible. You know what I mean? Like, I would be willing to believe that Bardock, like, had, like, a fling with Gine, because, like, or not Gine, Fasha, because I could totally see it that Saiyans don't actually care about, like, fidelity, like, they probably don't view cheating as bad.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't see Saiyans being the romantic type, you know what I mean?
What are you talking about? They're so romantic.
You know, I saw this video called how Funimation ruined Bardock, right? And I watched it, and, like, half the things the guy said, I'm like, that just sounds like an improvement. like for instance,
I think you've told me this before.
Yes, I did, because I think we talked about Frieza and how, like, he mentioned that Frieza doesn't talk, like, a lot at all, really, in the Japanese version until the end.
How dare he?
And, like, like, all the lines that Funimation added, they're like, it ruins the twist of Frieza being evil enough to destroy a planet. I'm like, twist? Motherfucker, this is Frieza. This was released on TV in the Frieza saga between two episodes. We know who Frieza is. There's... No. Saiyans are made for battle,
really
so after pooping out offspring, they get right back to it. Okay.
Pooping out, they poop out the offspring.
Like, one of the things, I think I mentioned this to you too, but, like, one of the things that drove me nuts was he's like, yeah, in the Japanese version, the Saiyans basically worship Frieza. And I'm like, you're saying this is a positive? You're saying a proud warrior race would willingly submit to someone and be totally cool with it?
Yeah,
like,
they totally would.
Like, in my head, I'm like, because he's like, you know, Frieza basically gave them their dream job, and so, like, it's more tragic that he would betray them, because, you know, with them actively plotting against him, he's, like, justified. And I'm like, I still think it makes way more sense for Saiyans to be plotting to take down Frieza. That seems much more in character than being like, I will submit to Frieza, even if I get more powerful than him. Like, that doesn't seem very Saiyan to me.
Yeah.
And to be clear, the Bardock special is literally, like, the only part of Dragon Ball that I actually, like, or the only part of Z that I watch with the Japanese soundtrack because of Solid State Scouter.
Sorry, what?
Do you not know Solid State Scouter?
Solid State Scouter?
Yeah, it's Bardock's theme in Japanese. It's my third favorite song in the entire Dragon Ball soundtrack. It's like, it's the best song on the Japanese soundtrack. Are you not familiar with it?
I'm not familiar with the soundtrack's names.
Solid State Scouter is a good one.
More like Solid Bitch.
More like Boar Ragnarok.
More like fucking Die.
Whew.
Sorry, I've been looking for some time.
What a story, Mark.
Whatever. Do you remember Deborah's sister?
Yeah, Toa.
Toa, that's her name.
Towa.
I was just like, I remember Deborah having a sister.
Well, she was introduced.
And I was going to
she was
bring that
introduced
up.
in the video games. Like she wasn't in the show.
Yeah, and I was gonna bring her up as another minor character. Siblings are always like, it just seems like a thing with like a Dragon Ball. The siblings are minor characters, with the exception of Cooler.
I was giving Theron shit the other day because I was like,
wait, are Roshi? Is Roshi and Baba related?
Yeah, Baba's his sister.
Okay. Sorry, you're gonna say something? You're giving...
Yeah, I was giving Theron shit the
day?
other day because like his bad take on the Bardock movie.
Oh yeah.
Because he's like, oh, you know, it was
It's totally base take.
no, fuck you. Like he said, it was just okay, and that it was largely boring. And you got to remember, like I know you said you thought it was just okay too, and I still disagree with you. But you got to also remember this is coming.
When did I say that?
When I first brought it up, when I first told you about it.
I think... So when I say it's okay... Oh, yeah, I get you. When I say it's okay, that's not a bad thing.
Yeah, but it's more than okay. It's fucking cool. It's good.
I wouldn't say it's just okay. Being okay is pretty good.
I'd say it's way more than okay, though. It's my favorite of the Dragon Ball movies. But anyway, Theron, like I said, like when we watched it, you know, he kept, you know, asking about when the pizza was going to get there, and clearly not paying attention. But when me and Corbin watched it, I told Theron, you know, hey, you know, Corbin could appreciate it more than you. And like Theron's like, you know, he got all defensive and like pissy, and he's like, look, I'm just saying it would have benefited from being a movie, and I'm like. I'm like, look, Theron, I think the problem I have is you seem to be unable to think that a character can be good and memorable with a short screen time. Like, but then I also brought up the fact that I think the reason it bothers, because I was mainly like you know, grinding his gears a little bit, just trying to kind of annoy him, because I've already gone on with it, because I'm over it. I just think he's stupid for his opinion on it.
Yeah.
But I was mainly just fucking with him. But I'm like, I think the reason that it bothers me so much is that for some reason he's hypercritical of the Bardock special. But like every time he has watched literally any awful Marvel movie ever, he's just like, the worst he can say is that it was actually pretty decent.
Yeah.
And so suddenly he gets hypercritical for fucking Bardock. But fucking Captain Marvel, it's a 7 out of 10 for him.
Fucking 7 out of 10.
And then he like that's what drives me nuts, is he's super charitable to like the worst schlock just because it's like some big budget mainstream horse shit. But like he can't, and like
here's the thing with Captain Marvel. It got away with tricking people into thinking it was okay.
Uh-huh.
So the fact that he got it a 7.
Right. I think he later changed it to like a 6 or even a 5 later on, but like when I first asked him after he first saw it, that was what he said, was like a 7 out of 10. And then he initially gave Watchmen like a 6 out of 10.
And then you killed him?
Damn near.
Why didn't you? You should have just killed him right then and there. It should be like in the Constitution that you have the legal right to kill people if they rate Watchmen worse than Captain Marvel.
Right. But like it's funny though, because he's like,
honestly, the fact that we have humans that could do that kind of distinction, that is a Noah get the boat kind of moment.
Right. But it's funny that he so like he's like, I'll watch it again and give it another chance. I'm like, fuck you, I'm not watching it again with you.
Shit.
And he's like, oh, I'll watch
yourself,
it.
bitch.
He said, fine, I'll watch it on my own then. But, like, the thing is, right, he loved History of Trunks. He thought it was great, right? Which, you know, based History of Trunks is great. But...
Yeah, it has the hottest Bulma in it.
Okay. But the thing is, even though History of Trunks is what got him interested in watching the series, he thought I was fucking crazy when I said Future Gohan is the coolest version of Gohan. Now, if you said I was crazy and you're like, what about Cell Games? I'd have been like, at least you have an actual opinion. You know what I mean? Because he hasn't seen Cell Games yet.
Yeah.
But, like, he's like, oh, does he like...
No, what about Superhero Gohan?
What, you mean the terrible father who learns the same lesson he learns like 96 times in Super but doesn't seem to stick?
Shut the fuck up.
Look, I love Dragon Ball Superhero, and I love Gohan's arc in it, but it's the same arc he's had on repeat. Name. Whatever, I wasn't going to say Super twice. But, anyway, like, he acted like I was insane when I said that Future Gohan was the coolest Gohan. He's like, oh, does he, like, come back or something? And I'm like, no, that'd be awful if he did.
Yeah, that would make his character worse.
Yeah, and he's like, oh, I don't know. And he, like, acted like just because he only has, like, a 50-minute screen time, that somehow makes him bad. I'm like, Theron, Hannibal Lecter is in 6 minutes of Silence of the Lambs, and he's the most memorable part of the movie.
Yes. Fucking... Do you think it would be bad if Silco returned in fucking Arcane Season 2?
I mean, yeah. But, like, I also, like, hate that he's dead.
When a character dies, they do need to stay dead.
Right, well, and...
You need to come up with a damn good reason as to why they would be able to come back.
Right. Well, the thing is, with Dragon Ball, like, its death usually doesn't matter, but this one does.
Yeah, fucking... Jon Snow didn't come back for a damn good reason.
But then Theron tried to say, well, you don't really get a lot of time with the character. And I'm like, what are you talking about? You got 3 whole fucking seasons with him. He literally experienced literally everything that Gohan did up until the fucking... He lived through the Saiyan and Frieza sagas. Like, he lived through it. He's the same Gohan in that respect. He just had a divergent point after that.
Yeah, he lived through Garlic Jr.
Sure.
Twice.
But, like Theron literally tried to say, like, because I'm like, he's like, no, well, then off-screen. I'm like, it's literally not off-screen. Just watch the first 3 seasons of Z. You get a good idea of the character's life up until that point.
Yeah.
But, like, I got on him about that. I'm like, are you just incapable of appreciating a character with a short screen time?
Yes.
Because, like,
incapable.
Because I think that a character that's short and memorable is way better than a character that overstays his welcome.
Yeah.
Like, I don't... Like, Bardock is my favorite...
Remember when Jon Snow died and they came up with a damn good reason to bring it back, and then they don't even pay off that damn good reason?
Yeah.
All he does is he kills a crazy woman and then a dragon burns a throne.
AF Gohan is not bad. Well, I haven't read AF yet.
AF Gohan as fuck Gohan.
Indeed. By his logic, the Broly movie is bad because we don't know anything about Goku in him. Right? Well, I mean, he would argue then because no, but he would argue that it's different because it's following up. But that's not an argument that would make sense. So I agree, Chisu. That would be if he was consistent because Gohan literally has this development throughout the first 3 seasons, and he just has a different point after that. But
the Super Broly movie is bad because Gohan isn't in it.
But the thing is with Theron, right? The thing is he's also making these fucking saying these things when I'm telling him this, and it's like, dude, you haven't even watched the first fucking 3 seasons of Z, let alone any of the rest of Dragon Ball. You're starting with androids, and you think you have a right to say how much development a character has had.
You know what? I agree with Theron. When fucking Joel dies immediately in fucking T. Louis II, you know, he's kind of like a lame character because he doesn't get any screen time.
Yeah, remember Theron White Knight's that game. He loves it. Because he's got bad
Yeah,
days.
but like which is why I'm saying like I don't care that Abby kills Joel because Joel is a nothing character. Joel is not a fucking beloved character. Joel is a violent anti-hero. Winnie the Pooh is a beloved fucking character.
Who are these quotes from again? Is this Donkey?
Cosmonaut.
Cosmonaut, that's right. Because I know Donkey also did a shit video on it.
Yeah, he did.
Theron needs evolution pills. True.
Evolution pills.
You know what's funny, right? I constantly tell Theron he should join the server so he can join in with us on movies and chats and stuff. And he doesn't want to.
Yeah.
But now he says when we get to Succession Season 2, Episode 8, let him know, and then he might join.
Damn. God, and you fucking started watching Succession without me.
Yeah, you joined when we were watching Episode 2. You could have tried to fill in the gaps.
No.
That's fair.
If I want to watch the series, I'm going to watch the whole fucking series. Now you're just going to have to watch it again with me.
I don't have a problem with that. I like the show. I am totally willing to do that. We probably won't stream that, though. We'll probably just do it on here and not stream it. Unless you want me to stream it, in which case I'll stream it again because I don't care.
I guess I don't. Well, I mean, they can't hear me anyway. So
Right.
It doesn't matter. Maybe we'll stream it on Rumble so that way they can hear me.
Yeah, there you go. See, that's new content.
New content, Rumble exclusive.
Well, you know we did Boogie like 3 times, right?
Yeah.
For
you
Redeye
told me.
Theater. Because one of them got taken down, so we just did it again. And then I think we did it on Rumble as well, but I'm not sure. We might have only done it twice. Were you there at the beginning?
What stupid shit did Donkey say about fucking T. Louis II? Like, I know he made a bad video, but I'm trying to think of like a specific stupid shit he said.
I don't know. I don't remember the video very well, to be honest.
There was Just Right saying every death that happens after Last of Us 1 is Joel's fault. It's all Joel. Joel is the answer to everything.
It was that boy Red
Sorry,
Herring.
you were gonna say something?
I don't remember. I don't remember what I was going to say.
Were you there?
Oh, at the beginning, before we went live, when Horizons was on the call with me, Corbin, and Darren.
Today? Just
No,
now?
last night, right before the stream. Like,
No, you guys were definitely streaming by the time I joined.
okay, well, before the stream, Horizons was in the chat, and like we were kind of dogging on him, like we tend to do a little bit. But like Horizons like felt the need to like be like, you know, I don't like Hitler. Hitler was a bad guy. I take a strong stance. I just want you to know I don't support him. I disavow. And I'm like, how stunning and brave. And Darren's like, oh, I'm disappointed. I'm kind of a fan.
Well, thank God.
But it was really funny when Darren said that. When Darren's like, I'm disappointed. I'm kind of a fan. Horizons just went silent for like a solid minute and a half.
His brain just fucking broke. Brain.exe has crashed.
Like Horizons is a good guy. He's genuine. He's a genuine guy. I think it's just he is really hard not to make fun of a little bit.
Exactly.
It's like I was talking to with Corbin earlier. Like you feel kind of bad for making fun of him, but then you remember it's really fucking funny. No, but I like.
Dude,
I do like Horizons though. Like,
weird dream.
yeah.
the other day, I had a dream that I was like the main character in an EFAP meme,
Uh-huh.
and the EFAP guys were reacting to it, and by the EFAP, I'm talking about the original 3, so Wolf was amongst them.
Uh-huh.
But like, what it was is that like I just got my ass beat up by Game of Thrones fans.
Nice.
And they were just laughing at me. They were laughing, thinking it was hilarious, and I was just like, "Oh man, what do I do about this?"
Is that true?
Yeah, it's true.
Well, that's not what I'm talking about. And
I figured.
Andy commented on my Red vs. Blue season 14 review, and he said the longest season of the show. Is that true?
Season 14?
Yeah.
It was at the time.
That's crazy, because that, like, it was literally a filler season.
Yeah.
No, but anyway, as I was saying, in case Horizons watches this later for some reason, obviously I think you're cool, Horizons.
Yeah, Horizons, you're pretty swell. Stick around, okay? Don't kill yourself.
Well,
That's what I'm
obviously,
saying.
no, obviously, and he wouldn't think to do that.
Unless it's in Minecraft, then go for it.
But Horizons is fun. It's just whenever we have him in a chat and it's me, Corbin, and Darren, it always ends with hilarity.
Yeah. Oh, that's something else that Darren said in yesterday's stream when he said that when the third guy, referring to Wolf, went crazy. And I'm just like, I wouldn't describe what happened to him going crazy. I think it's because like going crazy like implies like what that implies to me is like a Jared Genesis moment, right?
Uh-huh.
Not a suicide attempt.
Right.
But yeah, it's whatever. Jesus. Your cough fucking spreading to me. Piece of shit.
It's a computer virus in our bodies, just like in that awful anime, King's
It's a
Game.
computer virus also in our bodies. Oh no, I'm gonna have to do the sex or cut off my own leg.
Yeah. Or confess to your true love.
Or cut off my leg.
God, the thing that drives me nuts is that anime had such an interesting premise that it's just like, nah, fuck that.
Yeah, it said it was all just fucking... Like, all the tasks, and I am being hyperbolic, were just sexual in nature.
Mm-hmm.
And then all the punishments, which again I'm being hyperbolic,
Were die.
was die.
Literally the only punishment that wasn't die was that chick who had to confess to her own love. But she thought she was going to die anyway, so she hung...
No, there was more. There's also another one that you're
Okay.
forgetting.
Okay, but the point is that chick...
Yeah, so she had to confess. She had to confess to her love, but she jumped out the fucking window because she figured she was gonna die.
Mm-hmm.
The main character, the main character in, I believe, the first group, that girl that had a crush on him, one of her punishments was that she had to lose her sight.
That's right. Those are the only two times they did anything other than death as a punishment.
Yeah. And then she ended up dying right after anyways, because his task after she had lost her sight
Was killer.
that he had to lose something that he liked, right?
Uh-huh. And it was her.
So he destroyed everything in his room, right? And none of it worked. And she put it together that it was just like it didn't specify objects, so she decided, it has to be her, so she drowned herself.
So she Kratos'd into Minecraft.
So yeah, she Kratos into Minecraft. That's so stupid. Dude, when I woke up today, I did not think Kratos would be used as a verb.
I'm gonna keep it. It's gonna stick.
And also that it's being used as an allegory for suicide. Because if I told someone that they had to use Kratos as a verb, they would definitely use it in a violent way.
Mm-hmm.
Not a fucking suicidal way.
It's not until Hulu Futurama that you started to hate the show, or at the very least not care for it. Well, I haven't watched any of the Hulu seasons. Kyler told me they're actually alright.
In the second version of the game, that one girl got the same prompt that she had to lose something she loved. And she, destroyed everything in her house, killed her parents, and it still wasn't good enough.
That's retarded.
Yeah, and so it turns out what she had to lose was her dog, right? And so she started choking her dog, and then she was like, well, I can't do that. And so she just didn't choke her dog.
She killed her fucking parents and then couldn't kill her dog.
Well, I mean, sometimes people, if your parents are abusive, you're more likely to want...
Were her parents abusive?
Dog who loves you. I don't know. It doesn't go into her character. But, I can see that, right? Because dogs love you unconditionally.
Yeah,
so
I still think that's fucking crazy. I don't disagree that people would be like that, but that seems retarded to me. I would sooner kill my dog than my parents. I wouldn't want to do either of those things, obviously, but...
Well, I mean, I'd sooner kill my parents over my dog.
Well, you don't really have an option to do that. I was gonna make a joke about that, but then I'm like, maybe not, but since you did...
When you said it, I was like, when you said that you'd rather kill your dog over your parents, right? I started to think, what would I think about it? Then I remembered.
It doesn't matter.
Oh, this is actually really easy for me. This is super easy, actually.
Yeah, if you're told to do that, it's like, well, I mean, my job's done. I'm good now, right?
Oh, mission complete.
If the Old Testament is Dragon Ball and the New Testament is DBZ, then the Mormon stuff and the Quran is Super? Or the Mormon stuff is GT, and no, he said the Mormon stuff is GT and the Quran is Super.
Dude, and it's just also, the way that she had to, apparently, she killed her parents, quick and easy with weapons while they were sleeping, right? Mm-hmm. But her dog, she started to choke her dog.
Yeah, if you had to kill your dog, why would you do it that way?
Well, that's the only thing she had left, I think. Everything else in the house was destroyed at that point.
I'm sure you could pick up something and smash it. Now, I remember I actually really was interested in that show because, this guy at work kept, making up hypothetical King's Game scenarios, and all of them were way more interesting than any of the shit in the show.
Yeah.
And, I found that... What? I don't remember.
The fuck? False advertisement. I don't believe you.
Dude,
I think you're a liar.
It was 2 or 3 years ago.
I remember conversations we had 2 or 3 years ago.
Sure, I remember some, but I don't remember every single fucking conversation. I do. Because
I'm autism.
Yes, true. And Steven can call you a faker or a poser all he wants, but he doesn't know the half of it.
Poser. Why would you pose being an autism?
I don't know, victim points?
Victim points? Yeah, I got privilege points. Or minus privilege points, I mean.
No, because now you're a target for the Predator.
Oh, shit, yeah. That is the opposite of privilege. But yeah, King's Game could have been cool.
Yeah, it could have. It wasn't though.
If I had to write a season 2, I'd fucking make it better for sure.
Yeah. I also like how the main character's name is literally the author's name.
I don't believe you. You're lying.
No, like Nobuaki, whatever the hell his last name was the name of the author too.
Well, it could have been his pen name.
Yeah, let's see. King's Game, the animation. Nobuaki Kanazawa is the name of the author.
Huh.
And that's also the name of the main character.
Or is that a pen name?
I'm looking, hold on. Let's see. When I look him up, the first thing that comes up is the character.
That's kind of funny.
But hold on, there's a page.
He wrote it. He wrote King's Game. King Games was real.
No, that is his actual name. His pen name is Pakuncho.
Huh. Maybe it's just like, it's just easier to just... Maybe he named all the characters off of people he knew in real life.
What a horrible thing to put people you know in scenarios like that.
Well, maybe he's not creative with names, right? So he just fucking stole. And I've done that before. With fucking D&D, whenever...
Well, you know that...
Whenever...
You know that, like, the entire...
Players ask me for a name. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, you know that the entire Simpsons family is named after Matt Groening's family, except for Bart. Like, Bart is, like, instead of naming Bart Matt, he just, he changed it to Bart, which was an anagram for Brat.
Oh.
But, like, all of the family members of the Simpsons were named after his actual family members. Like, his dad's name is Homer, his sister's name is Lisa, his mom's name is either Margaret or Marjorie. I think it was Margaret. And then, I don't think Maggie is based off a real person name-wise, other than, like, that's, Maggie's name is Margaret, which is his mom's name, and Marge Simpson was kind of named after his mom, even though her name is Marjorie.
But yeah, I do that in fucking D&D whenever a player asks me for this character's name and I haven't made up that character's name. Like, I never actually gave the character a name. I just fucking steal something. I'm just like, fucking insert, like, fucking, his name is Son Goku.
Right, I mean, to be fair, Toriyama, like, just did a bunch of name puns for Dragon Ball.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and I did a bunch of fucking name puns for, like, a bunch of criminals. Like, one of them, her name was Misconduct.
I like how literally like half of this stream has just been us bullshitting after we finish the season.
Yeah, what the fuck? Literally half the stream? Oh, fuck, it's 4:15, dude.
Oh, yeah. Did you not realize how late it was?
Yeah, I didn't realize how late it was. I could have finished Tux and Fanny. I chose to go to bed, and then you started streaming, and then I chose not to go to bed. You did this to me, Angelo. You motherfucker, you did this to me.
Well, I mean, because is this a 540 moment?
A 540 moment? No, it's not a 540 moment.
Hold on. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Like this is a meme about James Rolfe, and like 540 became a meme with him.
It's James Ralph.
No, it isn't.
Remember, that's what fucking Jared Genesis said.
That's right, he did. Yeah.
He was quoting James Ralph.
My fucking Discord is being fucking gay right now.
Don't be fucking gay.
Hold on. I'm gonna have to close.
Top 5 signs that you might be gay. Number 1, you like boys.
I like how that was like a question. Alright, I'm gonna have to end the task for Discord because it's being fucking gay as shit, so it's gonna probably kick me off the call.
Oh no.
Why is it not working?
It's not working?
Every time I try to screen share, it just freezes up on the screen share screen.
Huh.
Work, damn it! Yeah, it just keeps freezing up on it. Oh, well.